Hi, my name is Ed Goyette. I'm the co-founder of Major Choice. Now, during the pandemic, I was fighting to save my coffee house when a friend kept insisting I meet this guy named Brad. Well, reluctantly, I agreed. And that morning, I even said to my wife, I'm meeting some guy named Brad today. I'm giving this dude 15 minutes and he's gone. Well, what I didn't know was that Brad shared my deep passion for helping young people realize their potential and had been mentoring students for decades. We started talking about how millions of kids were heading into college lost and confused, with most of them leaving with degrees they'd never used, buried in debt, and years behind in their careers. Well, it turned out that we'd actually both been thinking of a similar way to bring back the kind of personalized career guidance missing from today's high schools. So, a year of late nights later, and we launched Major Choice, a 12-week step by step journey of self discovery, career exploration, and professional outreach, all supported by live credentialed mentors over Zoom. We tested it with 20 students, and every single one walked away with clarity and excitement for their future. And we even had one dad called and say that we saved him over $100,000 by keeping his daughter from heading down the wrong track. Well, seeing the impact, we knew we had to take the plunge and scale it online. But as we tried to scale, we hit a wall. When parents loved it, kids ignored it. And when kids were interested, parents actually thought it was a scam. So sales flatlined and we were absolutely stuck. But then we got the email. A nonprofit reached out about a young man with autism who dropped out of 4 career programs. Now, having kids on the spectrum ourselves, we gladly took him on. 12 weeks later, Jonathan went from a miserable grocery store bagger to an excited future low voltage electrician, and then quickly landed an internship making $20 an hour. And that's when it hit us. The process we'd created was so granular and so supported, it was absolutely perfect for people with disabilities. So we contacted New Hampshire Voc Rehab. They're a state agency that helps people with disabilities find careers, and they showed us an even bigger picture. Their office serves thousands of clients every year with disabilities who struggle with careers. There's a Voc Rehab in every state tapping billions in funding, and models like ours were desperately needed to make it all more effective. So fast forward 18 months, and Major Choice is now a credit-bearing high school course, generating repeatable six-figure revenue, and in talks with 6 more states and large corporate partners who are absolutely psyched about our expansion. Now, to bring this national, we're building the first career readiness platform designed specifically for people with disabilities. Now, think BetterUp, built for career transitions, where credentialed educators sign up as independent contractors, pay a fee to be trained, and mentor our students who access Major Choice through 3 funding sources: state Voc Rehab offices, private pay and school choice funding, and corporate and nonprofit partnerships. Then, together, they spend the next 12 to 15 weeks building skills, getting ready for careers through our easy to use platform. Along the way, our AI captures student insights after each exercise and then generates a custom session plan that frees mentors to focus on building skills, confidence, and making real progress, while behind the scenes, building the first live data set of career indicators for people with disabilities, all meticulously vetted by professionals. The result is higher engagement, better outcomes, and a smarter tool that creates the gold standard of transition plans educators absolutely love. But Major Choice doesn't stop there. It's designed to scale anywhere career transitions happen or meaningful data from them is needed. And we have the perfect team to scale this vision. I've been building successful companies for 30 years. Brad has mentored thousands of students and served in the US Army. Matt has spent decades developing disability software for the Department of Defense and Social Security Administration. Tricia has 25 years creating special ed curriculum across Massachusetts, and we already have 14 professionals mentoring students, proving the model works every single day. Now, together, we're poised to unlock the potential for millions of people with disabilities while tapping into addressable markets in the billions with verticals ripe for the harvesting. So what started as a reluctant coffee shop meeting is now transforming how people with disabilities build their futures. We've got the model, the momentum, and the mission. Now we're looking for the right partners to scale this nationally, and we'd love to show you more. So let's talk.
Woo, woo, woo. Good job, Ed. You crushed it. Panelists, let's invite you up to the stage for some Q&A.
Can't hear you.
Okay, I was able to start my video. I'll go first if that's okay, Kevin.
Yeah, please.
Hey Ed, that's really exciting. I'm really thrilled to see the results you're getting and the way you've been able to navigate into what seems like a great opportunity.
Thank you.
I guess I'm still wondering about the customer economics. How much does it cost to acquire a new customer? What are the costs of serving them through Zoom and with your software? And is it sustainable and profitable at the customer level?
Sure. So take them one at a time. Great question. So in terms of customer acquisition, it is reaching out to Voc Rehab offices. And what we found actually through our work in multiple, which was a godsend, we quickly reached out to 5 states, and within a very short period of time had meetings set up with all of them, believe it or not. So in terms of customer acquisition, it is a little bit of a tail on meetings, but we're not doing a lot of wide advertising at this point. So it is mostly founder outreach. In terms of the software and the costs on that, we're really going to get a handle on that when we develop version 2, to be honest, because we are looking to bring as much under the same roof as possible and kind of transition from Zoom, as you've seen some problems earlier. So we want to keep as much under the hood as we possibly can. And actually, could you refresh my third question you had?
I guess I'm wondering about the unit economics. How much per hour are you making and how much is it costing you? Do you know?
So we're charging $2,500 per student. And we do discount a couple $100 for VR. We're paying our mentors $750 at current to mentor our students, but that is with our MVP, which is more labor intensive. So the AI that I mentioned earlier is actually going to reduce that quite a bit because they won't be doing data extraction. They'll be doing more confidence building. So that's going to reduce that. And we're at about a 70% now with our MVP, we're at about a 70% gross margin.
Great. Thank you.
I'll jump in next. So Ed, as you can, 14 mentors is an awesome start as you're scaling through the states and just growing. Mm-hmm. I imagine there'll be some stress tests on the repeatability of the results. How are you thinking about ensuring quality as you grow the mentor base and reach, new users through time? So if you don't mind sharing a little bit of that without giving the secret sauce away, of course.
Not going to give the secret sauce away. So it's sheer opportunity numbers. So by the end of next year, there's going to be a 500,000 teacher shortage in this country. And the reason is because the system is broken, especially in special ed, and they're leaving in droves. So we have a massive pool of people who got into this for the right reason, right? They earn their degrees, they put their time in, and now they're in a system that is not, they're showing up and I travel to schools all over the state, so I hear it all, right? What happens when I leave a school, almost every time I wait for it now, is somebody taps me on the shoulder and asks if we're hiring. And that's, God is my witness, right? So in terms of getting people involved, credentialed, high quality mentors, we haven't seen a problem. We have actually more people who want to mentor for us than we have slots, and we vet them very, very carefully. So it's really, we're not going to have a problem on that end.
Great, and I'll ask the last question. Ed, it's great to see you again. I know that we met I think
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and it's great to see how much Multiple has helped develop your program. I'm curious about that data set that you want to start building through the student assessments and mentor input. So is the long-term vision there to create a defensible data asset, or is it more of a product enabler versus a revenue stream?
It's a little bit of everything, honestly. Like it's a defensible asset for sure. It also is what we see for the future of it is something that will actually help change career trajectories for people with disabilities. Because when you think about it, creating that data set, it's going to be done granularly throughout every single answer throughout the program. And then it's vetted by the mentors who are actually using that sheet, that output, right? So the data that comes off of this data set is going to be the cleanest data that I think exists and the most comprehensive, because we're getting into core values, we're getting into life events, influencers, and it's all them being themselves, right? So it's a beautiful thing.